Your limiting beliefs are killing your business, killing you personally, killing your relationships, and it don't have to. All right, in this pod today, I'm gonna give you my 3A framework to help you get on this other side of all of your limiting beliefs so that you can go out and finally live the life that you want to live for yourself. Welcome back to the Believers in Business podcast. Can y'all believe it's season 2? We've been rocking out. I appreciate y'all for being faithful, for staying locked in, for sharing this, for subscribing, for all the feedback, the encouragement. We about to get into it. All right, I know this is a heavy one right off the rip, but y'all know me. I just believe in progress, and today we're going to make a lot of it. I thought about this because obviously I coach coaches, consultants. I help them make a lot more money online, and when I say a lot more money, I'm talking about having 6-figure months with 6-figure days. And of course, myself, my partner David, we've done that for ourselves over the years, collecting millions of dollars online. So in that, I have a lot of conversations with a lot of people that want to do a lot of cool stuff. But in the process of having these conversations with these people, I figure out that they are the only things that's stopping them. Same is true for me. Same is true for David. Same is true for every other successful person. We are always our biggest obstacle. Now, when I say we are our biggest obstacle, I'm talking about the thing that happens up here. Because the thing that happens up here is typically a learned behavior. We come into the world really knowing nothing. Everything that we become is as a result of everything that we've learned, which is why some people make $100 million a year, some make $10,000 a year, right? It's because of who they become based on what they've learned, based on the beliefs that they have and the limiting beliefs that they don't have. Y'all tracking with me so far? I just talked to a lady, as a matter of fact. Potential client. She's a doctor. She's got a lot going on. And as she's explaining to me everything that she wants to do with her new coaching and consulting practice, but then in that same breath, explain to me all of what she's currently doing, she told me that she don't have time. And I had to challenge that. I just asked her, I'm like, well, I get it. You are busy. Make no mistake about that. But do you want to keep being busy? Because as I hear you, I don't hear no end in sight. Either you're going to have to change what you're doing, create the margin for the thing that you want to do, or you're going to have to change what you say you want. Because either we got to change to get what we want, or we got to change the things we say we want. But we can't have both. What's my point? My point is I don't have time as a limiting belief. We all got time. That's the only thing that God gave us equally. Was 24 hours. Yet some go out, have tremendous accomplishments while others don't. Well, why is that? It's because of what we do with that 24 hours. How is it that a guy's worth $1 billion and he's an investor in 113 companies, but you don't got time and you got 2 jobs? Are you kidding me? No, it's not. It's not that you don't have time. That's a limiting belief. That's a false belief. Another one. I don't believe I'm going to ever be rich. Okay. Why do you limit yourself to think that? Probably because you grew up in poverty. Probably because you've been told at some point in time that money was evil. Probably at some point in time you were told that all rich people were evil. Probably at some point in time you got in trouble as a child about money because your parents didn't have a lot of it and it seemed like everything surrounding it was a negative thing. So why would you ever think positively that you should be rich? Moreover, for some of y'all, why would you ever think that being rich was a good thing if money was always referred to as a bad thing? They didn't cut our lights off again, right? Everything about money was negative. So then why would you look at it from a positive perspective? That's a really good question. Another limiting belief. It only happened for them because it was them. We're not understanding that, yeah, that happened for them, and it did happen for them, and it did happen for them, but it can also happen for you if you knew the things that they did to make it happen for them. There's this thing in life called principles that if you work them, they'll work for you. 2 Corinthians 9:6. Those who sow sparingly shall also reap what? Sparingly. Those who sow generously shall also reap what? Generously. Sow a little, get a little. Sow a lot, get a lot. Hello? Okay? These are principles that are irrespective of the person. The principle don't matter who does it. It just matters that it gets done. All hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads to poverty. Those that do a lot make a lot. Those that talk a lot be broke a lot. Principles, right? Productivity principle. Ecclesiastes 11:6. Sow your seed in the morning and get busy by afternoon, for you do not know from which endeavor you will profit, if not both. It's a productivity hack. It's reminding us that every day we get up, we need to be sowing some seed in the ground, not scrolling our phone and then looking for a harvest and watching everybody else harvest and then talking about why is this working for them and not working for me, because you're not doing what they're doing to make it work for them. We all here on the same page so far? Now I'm going to give you my 3A formula to get on the other side of these limiting beliefs. And I know it's a litany of them, but those are the most frequent that I hear as I talk to people. Okay. The first A is awareness. You have to bring awareness to 1, what your limiting beliefs are, and 2, where do you think they came from? Because you learned them. You didn't give them to yourself. Somebody has indoctrinated you with whatever limiting beliefs, false ideologies, all the things. Like, you didn't come up with this on your own. School, Your environment, your parents, your upbringing, your grandparents, somebody has taught you this stuff. So number one, the first step in overcoming limiting beliefs is you got to bring awareness to whatever your limiting beliefs are. And you have to sit with that and think about where did they come from. Because after you've done the awareness piece, the second A is this. You got to ask God for help. Here's the best news about it. He will put you back to factory setting. He has plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you a hope in the future. That's Jeremiah 29:11. It said that he formed you in your mother's womb. He knitted you together. He knows the very number of the hairs on your head. So a detailed God that cares that much about how he created you, you think he probably care enough to set you back to your factory setting of where he wants you and where he needs you to be to carry out his will and his purpose for your life? Absolutely he will. So we got to first become aware, and then we got to go in that closet and talk to God about it. We got to ask him for help. Unashamed. I don't know why I think this. Matter of fact, some of this I picked up in the church. This stinking thinking, this poor behavior, this thinking that poverty is piety, all of this bad indoctrination that I gotten, part of which maybe even I've been mad at you thinking that you was the church, but it was really the church and the people that really made me the way I am, not you. So now I need your help to make me back the way I should be. Y'all with me? And then the last one, the last A, is for action. First, we got to have awareness. Secondly, we got to ask God for help. And third, we got to take action. Action is the only thing that brings clarity. That's why faith without works is dead. I'm tired of seeing big faith, little action. How about if it's little action, that means it's little faith? You ain't got big faith. Show me a man of faith, I'll show you a man of works. You ain't got big faith. You got a big mouth that speak faith, but you ain't got big faith because you got little action. The only way to get through it is to go through it. So whatever limiting belief you have, if you believe you got limited time, until you be bold enough to eliminate stuff off your schedule and stop saying yes to everything and start saying no to some stuff and creating a margin for where you want to go as opposed to being stuck in bondage of where you've been. Until you do that, you're going to believe that you don't have time. But once you recalibrate and get out of your people-pleasing season and actually start telling some people you can't do these things if you want to do these things, you'll find out that you got time. If you think that it always just happened for them and you start to go and read books and educate yourself on the most successful people and you listen to podcasts and you start to find the common threads that make them all successful and you say, you know what, I'm going to go implement that and I'm going to go implement this and I'm going to be accountable and I'm going to be persistent and I'm going to be well educated and I'm going to go out and get wise counsel and I'm going to go get coaching and I'm going to get mentorship and I'm going to go to seminars and I'm going to do all the things that they did so that I could see that it could work for me, not just for them. You see what I'm saying? You got to take action. First, you have awareness of what your limiting beliefs are. Secondly, you ask God for help. And third, you got to take action. That's my 3A framework. And if you apply it, you will get on the other side of your limiting beliefs no matter what they are. And every area of your life that you got limiting beliefs will be better as a result of taking this action. And for those of you that know what I'm talking about, because you've had the awareness, you've asked God for help, but you've been sitting around waiting for him to help you, as opposed to giving him something to bless in terms of effort and action. That's the last piece you've been missing. It's just time now to act on those things. Faith is the evidence of things hoped for. You got to go and do the things that you're hoping for, not sit in the things that you don't. We back. It's season 2, y'all. Share this with a friend, a loved one. I'll see y'all in the next one.